But you remember SMGJtek, the guy that figured out that Marines hate Colossus, and science, he's a two-base Terran. Typically two-base Terran.
All right.
Silver and gold.
Gold, yeah. I believe the Protoss was gold. Of course, the season reset.
Oh wow, new ladder maps and some definite changes we'll have to discuss. Unless you haven't, I haven't really. I
have not even looked at the new ladder maps yet.
It's cool.
I'm sure they're broken and Terran hate them.
Oh, Terran's in a rough spot right now. But can this Terran pull out a win in game one? His name is Science.
Going up against Colossus Master SMGJtek, the green Protoss 12 o'clock position.
Let's talk about this map. It's great for Zerg. This isn't a match with Zerg players. You can put overlords everywhere. I love this back pocket expansion. It's just really awesome to be able to take as long as I can, take that third. Say if I'm in the north position, if I take the 3 o'clock position third, I can take that back as my fourth just very easily. I don't have to worry about drops and anything else.
Or you could take the base just below your base as a third as well.
I don't like how that's low ground. I like to fortify the high ground right there, or just with the creep spread that I managed to do. It's better for me to be able to see what's coming and then defend from a high ground position as opposed to being on the low ground.
I guess Terran could just put a tank up on that high ground and then never have to worry again.
Ever again.
Barracks coming down, so standard play from both players so far. Nothing too quick. We'll see if he's gonna get this 13 gas. Nope, it looks like he's gonna. Oh, nope, there it goes. Little late on the gas, but might see a Reaper. It might not be. The gas was a little late, but he might just delay a little and get the Reaper. Scout coming in. Sees no gas. That probe probably gonna go. Yep, gonna go try to put down expand.
Definite expand.
Yeah, so Science should know that it's expand by now, unless it's some kind of weird proxy play. But being the gateway is right there, he should walk down and see the expand whenever he does that. Marine coming out instead, so he's gonna save up that gas. Getting a little late orbital, but not too bad. Usually you want to get that orbital right at that 15 mark, if you do the barracks first, that is. It's even stronger just if you accidentally make that 16th SCV to cancel it and start the orbital command, because the mules are that much better than waiting it out.
When I've been practicing my Terran just a little bit, just doing that 3-rack stim timing opening, and I always forget when to get the orbital. I get mixed up as soon as I have to either put down the gas, put stuff on the gas, get my first Marine out, and turn my command center into an orbital command. Shows how new.
Yeah, it all happens at the same time. Bunker going down before the
CC and the sweeper.
Yeah, a little weird. Oh, Reaper. There you go. Gonna pick off that forward probe. So I guess being extra careful, we should see the CC come down. Yep, there it is. And probably a factory is gonna get thrown down here very shortly, going up the tech tree, I would imagine.
And he's chrono boosting a zealot out right now. I kind of don't like that. He should have started with a stalker. That's sort of standard as being able to. Well, I mean, I don't know if he necessarily had the gas in time or however that works out, because I'm not Protoss. But when going against Terran, I think it is very good to get out that stalker first.
Yeah.
But it looks like he's just.
I mean, sometimes against Zerg, what you'll see people do. Oh, he's not reacting to this right now. One probe went down, so that Reaper has. With the second probe kill, will pretty much pay for itself.
But just got surrounded.
So actually, not too bad.
Not too bad at all. And he did see
really get much done. He didn't really scout anything either, but he doesn't know that there's nothing to scout. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, I mean, he knows that the gases were a bit later compared to.
But like he only saw the 2 gas. He hasn't even seen that he has a cybernetics core or whatever his next tech structure is. So scouting wise, he didn't get much. No, he didn't even see it. But I mean, you can assume it's there, but you don't know what else is there. He didn't scout to see how many pylons there are. So not much was actually done with that Reaper. Did get caught there, but
We do it back in the Terran space. Have the expansion as well as getting a factory and his starport. Gonna get out a Widow Mine for defense. And where's the Chronos going into? Just probes right now?
I believe it was going into the warp gate research.
Oh, and here come Robo and 3 more gates. But no, it could be. Let's see. Well, there's pylon. I mean, this probe's going out maybe to put down a forward pylon. But the forge is coming down, so it wouldn't make sense. It's just a scouting probe.
More barracks coming down. I'd like to see Science start upgrading from his NG bay. He used it to put down the turret in case it was like I said, he didn't really get much scout out. He didn't know what to expect, so that turret is always a safe bet if it's an Oracle or even maybe some DT play. Look like we're gonna see a 8 Marine drop come down, but he really needs to start working on his upgrades, getting those tech labs down so he can get out that stim, that combat shield. He's gonna throw down a 3rd here, and knowing how SMGJtek plays, I don't think he's going to get much use out of that 3rd.
No, we'll see what happens right here, but the observer didn't see the dropship coming by. They just basically passed by each other's out of sight range. And the observer's just going to come in and look at this natural and not see too much. And here comes the drop. Focusing on a pylon. Now moving up to the mineral line.
Yeah, and he doesn't really have stim, so there's not like, you know...
a lot he can do with it.
It's not as scary as it would be with stim. But no, he is picking up a good number of probes. Let's see if he gets the bait on the... Oh no, he can't even do a photon overcharge. Gonna lift off and get out of there.
Stops.
Nicely done.
A lot of mining time stop, or all the probes basically went down there, but...
And in the meantime, he did get his tech lab up. He is starting research as +1.
And he supply blocked the Protoss player.
As always, pretty sweet.
Getting all the rest of his gases now.
He hasn't started stim yet. Oh, he doesn't have the gas for it because yeah, he is getting up his gases now. He needs to get 3 workers on those. He effectively has 2 gas until he starts mining again. Meanwhile, our Protoss kind of going his normal Colossus strat. Though he doesn't have workers on gas either, so he is actually pretty gas starved, and I think that's a mistake.
It sounds like a blunder if that pressure got him off his game for his gases.
Yeah, but still, the Terran hasn't taken his gases either, so
they're on even footing.
So he's not gonna have those. He still hasn't got stim, which is quite needed in this situation. Now, at least if he's gonna push out right here, he wants to get that concussive shell. A much faster tech to at least have it when he pushes out. Did he see that pylon? Yeah, he sees the pylon. He's just not going to go and kill it though.
Oh.
That dropship was that full of Marines in there? A dropship dying at the natural.
Oh, I didn't even see that at the natural
not sure what was in it.
Of the Protoss.
The Protoss killed the dropship behind the natural.
It must have been full, but now we have we have another dropship coming up to the main. There's 1 cannon, but in kind of an awkward position. And we're going to have the first Colossus pop out in just a second.
Again, they're not taking their gas. The Protoss has now taken his gas and has started his Colossus, but the Terran really needs to take all these... he's missing 8 workers on gas right now, and it's really hurting him because he needs to be able to tech up. He needs to get those double upgrades going. He needs to get that stim and combat and concussive going.
And the Colossus popped out, and this drop is now dropping, or in an awkward corner. But it looks like he sees it.
But it doesn't really have stim, so he'll just go into the line. Nice angle though, avoiding the turrets. It's gonna again cause him to delay his mining. Gonna try to pick off this Colossus, but without stim, that Colossus is
not gonna do much.
Well.
Oh, poor Micro, and that dropship sees its end on the backside of that base.
But in this meantime, he got his 3rd up, kind of. He hasn't set the rally point from it, and he's not building from it. There we go, he starts building, but he still hasn't noticed. There he goes, he now notices he needs the rally point. Building more gases at his 3rd, but he still
doesn't have anyone on the other gases. Well, no, he's...
the naturals, but he still hasn't noticed the main. But here comes that 2-base push. Like I said, he's gonna get this 3rd up, but he's not gonna get to use it because SMGJtek likes the Stalker Colossus push. And without Stim, he's
kind of in a rough spot.
That command center. No, he's yep. Just go take away that third. He's got to lift that command center, get out of there. Stim still, a minute away. Combat shield just now started. I'd like to see him start that concussive as well. That will be helpful in kiting, though there aren't many zealots to kite. Oh, was the command center killed?
Yes, it just was destroyed, and then he's walking away.
Oh man, that's
bad.
He's got so many minerals too, but he's got no gas, so he can't actually make those high-tech units that he wants to make right now.
Get out those Vikings. Well, he's getting out 2 Vikings right now. How many Vikings? Oh, no, he has a lot of Vikings out right now, but Nice leads quite a few.
No, it's going to be a lot more than that. Up to 2 Colossus on the Protoss with the third one moving across the map. You want a nice, 15 Vikings. Especially since he has a lot of Stalkers, and if he's good, he will shoot down the Vikings.
And allow the bio to just pick off the Stalkers.
Stim is now finishing up. Vikings are actually scaring away the Colossus. The Colossus are not in this fight.
Oh my gosh!
Moving forward, one Colossus is going down. However, this bio army is actually dwindling now, and the Viking count is down to 0. And he's trying to get that third back up.
Was able to push him off though, or is he waiting for the warp in? Waiting for the warp in.
Yeah, he's building all these barracks, but he doesn't actually have. I mean, he has minerals to build from them, but he doesn't want just Marines. He needs to take that main gas again. Tech-wise, he's getting his +1. We're at 1-0 to 1-1. I do like this double drop.
This double drop coming into the main is a good idea.
This is gonna force the Protoss to pull back and give him time to get up his third. Or force the Protoss into an all-in situation, which the Terran will do really good against. He is just gonna target down that robotics facility. This Colossus will not even get out. All the main probes. This is gonna trigger the.
Oh my gosh, this is a lot of probes right now.
All Science has to do is hold this, but there is a lot of Stalkers here. Meanwhile, a Warpin actually backing that the main has
cleaned up the drop.
Not before he killed
a lot of probes.
But this pushing here at the main, at the natural of Science, will probably send. Yep.
And we get the GG from Science. SMGJtek takes game 1.
Yeah. SMGJtek holding to his same build, and I'd like to see Science just blind counter it. Really.
Yeah. It happened. And the players are figuring out what maps they're going to want to do next.
Just tech up, get your upgrades, build a minimal defense because no early pressure is going to come. Try to get those good amount of Vikings, and yeah, once you have that nice big ball and those Vikings to shoot down those Colossus, all you really have to do is apply some micro.
And we're gonna be casting on a newer map. It's the new version of Star Station.
Like new to this season?
Yeah, I mean, it's so Star Station was a cross spawn map, but there was 2 different variations in which you could spawn. And this particular map, there are only two spawning locations. So they eliminated those other two areas. Did you see? Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's actually almost looks exactly like, except with the bottom left and top right missing.
In the top left-hand corner, we have the Green Protoss, 1 game up. Can he make it a 2-0 series? His name is SMGJtek.
Going up against our purple. Was he purple last game?
No, he wasn't. He was like pink.
Yeah. Either way, our purple Terran Science. I do like the name, though. I do like the handle.
Yeah, Science is good. Science is good. I'm intrigued to know what SMGJtek means.
I think we...
Maybe that's his team, and his name is JTech. That would make a lot of sense now, wouldn't it? Sometimes I feel like the world's biggest idiot.
101 by Menasar.
No, mine's a transformer.
Menasar was a transformer?
Yeah, he's with all the Stunicons form into the crazy Decepticon cars. That's my That's my dude. I also have a tattoo of him on my arm.
Nice.
Yes.
Mine was a randomly generated name, which apparently is the name of a king from the Bible. So there you go.
No, dude, it's the name of an African American one with a huge booty that takes.
It is also the name of an adult entertainer, apparently.
Yeah, she's great. She was really I love that chick. I want to get her up on screen right now, but I don't think that's appropriate for her.
I don't believe so either. 14 gas this time from the Terran.
And what's typical for a Terran if they're going Reaper first?
12. You get the 12 gas. You cut the SCV. You cut the 12th SCV, or the 13th SCV rather, and you get that 12 gas, and then build the SCV as soon as you can. That will allow for right around when your barracks finishes. Excuse me, but we got another barracks coming down really early here.
2 barracks and a gas.
It could be
more than one Reaper really quick.
That's what I'm thinking, but we'll see how it manages out. I would like to see him get that early gas though. He only has 2 on gas. I'm not sure that's gonna be able to sustain that Reaper.
And I think that's a good idea because when he went in before, well, I mean, he definitely saw the Zealot, so he knows that he's not going to chrono out. He's not going to get out a Stalker first, or maybe he did in the last game. He probably won't this game either, even though that's really important to get rid of it. But that could overwhelm him, especially with expanding early. Well, I mean, going Gateway expand is the safest way.
So, nope, he is going to go to a tech lab. So maybe this is just going to be some kind of early Marauder handful of Marine pressure. Did he see the expand? I don't think he scouted. Or did he scout?
Yeah,
and come all the way
he did scout. He did scout and
just come all the way back across the map. So he knows it's an expand. So maybe this is going to be early Marauder concussive shell Marauder Marine timing. And I like. Oh, it's a stim. So it is going to be a stim timing.
Wow. And
it might just be a bazillion Marines down your throat.
Yeah, and the bunker might be a fake out. Well, the bunker would be a fake out to making it look like he is expanding, which he is not.
This is true.
And what's happening in the Protoss space right now? Chrono boosting warp gate. We have a second gate coming down. 6 workers on gas.
Yeah. So, I mean, Protoss playing as he did last game, and we'll see if. I mean, with the second gateway, he's obviously not going up to some kind of tech fast, and a third gateway coming down. So I wonder if he knows something. I wonder if he thinks he needs to have these gateways instead of going, or maybe with that forward pylon, he is actually just going to do some kind of 2-base, 3-gate aggressive pressure. And maybe you'll just drop. Oh, no.
Did it say I was dropping? Oh, God.
It did. But you have survived. Stim almost done. This pylon is not in a very inconspicuous spot.
No, it isn't at all.
It's just gonna come up here and walk right into it.
Oh. So a good places to put pylons here would definitely be on that expansion where I'm highlighting now. To the northwest of where the Terran's natural is. That would be good, or even in its his third location.
Yeah, either of those locations is a good spot for pylon. Definitely not on the main path. He's just gonna come here and take this one for free.
But you know what? It was a good scout. He knows that this is coming, even though he does have a probe right there.
Yep, and now we'll see this march across. I mean, he doesn't have a lot of gas. He built this factory, but I don't know what he's gonna do with it. He doesn't have the gas to go up to the Stargate Tech, or Starport Tech rather. Yeah, here he's gonna throw down some more gases. I think he may have mistimed this, but this is a 4-gate with
7
2 more gates coming down. This is a 5-gate.
There's 7 gates on being either warped in or have.
You know what? This actually works out for the Terran. The Terrans. Oh, get that pylon.
Artosis pylon. Nexus cannon going down.
And that'll be at the end of the Terran pressure, but forcing him to go up to that many gates is going to work out for him when he can get up to the starport, because I feel the MMM just dominates the gateway units of the Protoss. It's just so much stronger until you get to the High Templar to just storm everything. So I'd like to see him get up to those starports and push in. It's also greatly delaying this robo facility, and after it, the robotic support bay, or I never remember what it's called in this game.
I think it's the robotic support bay. At least that's what I thought it was.
I'm pretty sure that's what makes Reavers in, in StarCraft 1. Yes, cut SCV production. No, he started it. Never mind. Chrono Boost all the way full on the Protoss. Another little contingency moving out, but without those medevacs, they're just gonna stim themselves to death. You really need to get up to that. Oh, but they're gonna pass.
They're gonna pass each other in the stim to go in the main. I mean the natural.
Oh,
and he's coming from behind. This is.
Oh, he's gotta get out of here now. Dance, but yeah, he has to get out.
He gets away.
Yeah,
oh no, he's coming back.
No, he really needs those medevacs right now. He's gonna lift off. There we go. He's gonna get the 2 medevacs at a time. He has the gas for it. He's getting up his third. And he forced this big tier 1, you know, Stalker Zealot ball.
No, that's great. That's great for the Terran player.
You have a stronger army. And it's going to be... He's given up on the robotics facility. At least he'll maybe just make observers with it. Because he has a Twilight Cancel down. And he's not researching anything from it, but I assume we're going to see Charge and Blink, perhaps.
I don't think Blink Stalkers are good against Bio. Is this true?
Not at this point in the game. If you're going to do a Blink Stalker against the Terran,
it's got to be earlier.
You're usually going to do it with a, you know, a really rushed Blink, Mothership Core, Blink up into the main type deal.
Oh, are you seeing these?
Medevacs out, Combat Shield, Stim already done, all this is already done. He put down those 3 bunkers, he did see the size of that ball, so he was wondering if a counterattack was going to come.
Yeah, no, 2 more bunkers.
I do like his army, the only thing he's missing is NG bays. He needs those NG bays and start getting those upgrades because our Protoss is now at 1-1. Or their 1-1 has just finished for our Protoss. Blink is coming down.
Yep.
Yeah, he's
and
behind.
+2.
+2 started because he does have that Twilight Cancel. He needs those. He needs those NG bays.
And we have these drops coming in, but I think maybe this observer is going to catch them.
They are going to just barely cross.
Barely.
Pass. This pylon, however, will see it. I do like the placement of this pylon. It will see these medevacs coming in. He has them selected, and
Afterburn's coming down.
He's gonna go ahead and try to cancel this third, but that's gonna get shut down. I'd like to see him target down that pylon, lift up and get target on the pylon at least. Nope. Killing that pylon would have helped him later. It either forced the Protoss to put the pylon back down there, or you know, give him a shot to drop later. He's gonna pick back up and drop again.
And the Protoss army is moving down the center of the map, or no, just taking the watchtower. Excuse me.
Yeah, he scans. He does not see the army anymore, so he knows it is pushing out.
And here comes the drop, and the army is far away.
This army has pushed out, so
the Mother Core could warp back. Mothership Core could warp back.
But no, he's walking back right now. And this Nexus might go down.
Will it go down? Will it go down? It's going down.
Come on. So the main Nexus is going down, so back to 2 base for
wow.
A Protoss.
Science with the pickoff. Getting a few Stalkers in the process, as well as that Nexus.
That was a good drop, but now what does he have? I mean, he does have the sizable army, but he still doesn't have the upgrades. And that's going to be really decisive with 2+2 finishing off. This is a 2-1 army versus a 0-0 Bioforce, and this is not gonna go well.
No.
But again, SMGJtek seems to like to go for that attack first. Against Terran, you really want the armor first, because your Stalkers start with +1 armor, your Zealots start with +1 armor, and armor stacks on itself really well. The difference between 1 and 2. Between 1 armor and 2 armor is less than the difference between 2 armor and 3 armor. So you definitely want to get that armor first.
As a Protoss player.
As a Protoss player against Terran. Against Zerg, you want to go attack first, just because that means Zealots can 2-shot Zerglings. Anyways, Terran's going to push out, but he is now upgrading his 1-1. I don't want to see him fight But he's gonna fight!
He's going in.
He does the stim in, he actually...
That's sort of a concave.
Pretty nice. He's actually kind of nicely microed him, but his medevacs are actually way out of position. He has split the zone of force, and he is coming in a good concave, but he has to get back. He needs his medevacs.
Big time.
Out of the fight. He did, however, pick off all the zealots, and the zealots are the tanky.
Oh, and he's losing these 2 other medevacs.
That is unfortunate, but yeah, without these zealots to tank, he should be able to rip through the stalkers quite easily. They are +1 armor. He needs this 1-1 to finish before this this battle happens.
And it might happen. Protoss is pulling back to the watchtower, getting another warp in.
In turn, as to bide his time, he's getting his Vikings out. There is only 1 Colossus. Second Colossus is actually coming in as I speak.
Oh.
So these Colossus are going to do work, and here comes the push in. 1-1, not yet finished.
Oh, slipping back.
He's going to have to fight it. Get that concave out.
No.
No, the Colossus in the back. He does have a little force. Gonna kill 1 Colossus. No, they're just gonna die.
Oh, jeez, in this third. Science GG's.
And I can't stress enough how, if that bio force was 1-1, and at that point in the game it should have been 2-2, that battle would have went a lot different. I think the moral of that story was get your upgrades. He did keep the Protoss back. He did stop. I mean, at that point last game, the Protoss had four Colossus, so he was able to keep that Colossus production down. He was able to poke in, kill the Nexus, kill a bunch of probes, but behind it he didn't macro hard enough, I suppose. And army value actually shows that SMGJtek had a much superior army going into that, regardless of the upgrade. So, hand it to SMGJtek. He has a strong 2-base build he likes to go with.
The Gateway Colossus.
To do the work. This seems to do the work against the Terran.
All the Terrans that we've seen out of League of Starcraft Chicago, they all go for a 2-base or just Marines or just bio in general.
I mean, bio is the correct response. I mean, unless you're super great with Ravens, mech is very hard to play against. Play with, because it just ends up into Raven, Viking, Hellbat versus Tempest, Storm, whatever, Archon. But anyways, yeah, bio is seems to be the preferred method right now of Terran to deal with Protoss. Whatever the Protoss throws at you, mixing in that the core Marine, Medevac, Marauder baseline, and mixing in Ghosts and Vikings as necessary. Both players, I think both players played pretty well, and it was a fun game, fun match.
Yes, it was, and I'm seeing if we have any more. Okay, about to start. Oh, so